All right, we're going to do a quick video on how to import computer records into Sassafras AllSight. I've got a CSV file open up here on my computer with the first row being the labels for the column headers. Now these don't have to match the field names in AllSight. Part of this process is going to be to map the column headers with the field labels in the Sassafras database. And then rows 2 through 5 here represent individual computers. So that's really all you need. This originated as a Dell asset report that was sent to a customer when they ordered computers. I've anonymized the data here, and so we just got a basic, simple import of computer records. One thing you want to make sure of when you open a report or a CSV file like this in a spreadsheet program like Numbers or Excel is that when you save it, you've got to actually export it again as a CSV, because the program will try to save it out as a native format. So Excel will try to save it as an XLSX. Numbers will try to save it as a numbers file. So up here, if you go to File, rather than Save, we're going to go to Export To and choose CSV file. And then when we're ready, we can save this. Okay, so that's what that process looks like. And once you've got the CSV file formatted this way, you really just need to drag and drop into the import page here. So I'm going to start here on the computers page in AllSight and go to import computers down here in the three-dot menu. And then you see this source tab here allows you to drag a CSV file in. So I'll drag that one we just created. And now it's given me the ability to do a couple of things. One, if I have previously saved a field map, I can select it in the drop down here. And you see the Dell Asset Report is one that has been previously saved. I'm going to go ahead and select it, and you'll see a lot of the fields are going to automatically populate. Anything where there is an exact match between the source data and the database field name will map automatically. In this case, I selected a previously saved map. I'm going to go back to custom just so I can show you the mapping process if you were to create a new map. And the other thing you can do up top first is change the date format, just depending on how the dates are formatted in the spreadsheet. Okay, I'm going to turn this option on to make sure that we're going to only use the relevant ID types when we import. Most of the time it's going to be either the MAC address or the serial number, but you may also have the computer name as your ID, and there's various other options as well. So with that done, I'm going to start mapping these fields. So again, pretty straightforward process. You just have to know or look up the field name that you're looking for. So I know the serial number here is called System Serial. So I'm going to grab System Serial, and now I've mapped that field. The system name is actually going to be the model name. And what you can see, I think it's just called model here. Yep. But what you can also see is that there is a sample set of data here. So I can actually go through those computers from the spreadsheet and look at the data from the spreadsheet, so I can make sure that the field I'm mapping to based on that column label really contains the data that I'm trying to map to. Okay, so that's basically what you're going to do, is step through these drop downs and select the Sassafras field name for the spreadsheet column label that you've got on the left column here. Sometimes you might want to bring in multiple spreadsheet fields into the same field in AllSight. So an example of that might be the description field in AllSight. Maybe you want to bring multiple data points from the spreadsheet into one field in AllSight. And the way that you would do that is actually to use the advanced option. So from here you can see it's organized a little bit differently, but I can drag the source data from the left over to an AllSight field on the right, and using the advanced option I can actually, I'm just going to do a couple of random selections here to show you. But first I'll find the description field, which is here, and I can bring multiple data points into that description field, and then it will just add the data from all 3 of those database columns into that one field for on the AllSight side. So that's the main reason or use case for the advanced, but most of the time you'll just need simple. And the last step here is if I want to save the field map that I created, you actually come up and click this Save button, and you can give it a name. You can also give it a description. I'm not going to save this one. Pretty straightforward. Doing that would add it to the instructions list here. In this case, I'm actually going to select the Dell Asset Report, which is previously mapped. You can see you don't have to map every column in this particular report. There's actually a lot of data that has to do with the purchase itself as opposed to the hardware record. So I'm not going to map all the fields. And when I'm ready and I'm satisfied with the map that I've got in place, I can just come down to the bottom here and actually click the Import button. And then it will perform the import, and you see all 4 records were imported successfully. The last step here, just to confirm that, is going to be to come back to the main computers page and filter to the imported category here, and the computers that you just imported should be listed in the list here. We had some previous imports here, so I would have to do a little bit of searching to find them. I'm not going to step through that. Just to kind of explain there, that's the overall process. And if you have any questions, of course, reach out to support. Thank you.